to a guy ever.
And tomorrow,
where do you live, Henry?
Are you in Lagos?
I want to
Are you in
get
Nigeria?
married.
How will you not feel
Just like
attached
you
after
must.
sex?
Yeah.
Like, no.
About every parent becomes the police
Okay.
in the lives of their kids.
Posing is not like me. I will just come direct like you guys do and open one ring. And
Okay,
no,
okay.
no.
So
Guy, never reach me will marry me.
that's like you popping question.
There was a communication, something happened. So there's something like accidental
I'm
pregnancy.
working more than 12 hours because I'm going to wake earlier than him to take care of the children.
Do you know you are naturally, supernaturally built that way?
yeah,
Do you know? Do you know?
Imagine what
God has divinely made you like that.
Imagine.
Hello and welcome to the lounge. Well, it's been a roller coaster of a week if you asked me. But of course, because you're not asking me, I've got to ask, how are you? And how's your week been? My name is Melanie Ishola, and I'm joined now, I'd say as usual, by Monyolua Olajide. And again, a pamper makes it onto the show.
Yeah.
You are welcome. And now everybody's clapping. Okay, that was just a little joke off the back of the TikTok challenge where please pay me my money and nobody practically claps when you are on the person you want to make a scapegoat. Now, off of this today, we're looking at something not a bit, but deeply personal and somewhat painful. Now, the discovery of infidelity is almost as bad as infidelity itself. It's not to say if you discovered it differently, you would still not feel bad. But at least how you discover it, I think, also matters in the discussion of whether you heal well, heal fast, or heal at all. Let's not gloss over the fact that some people actually practically never heal from infidelity. Now, having said that, we're looking at the topic, how did you find out your partner or ex-partner, as the case may be, was cheating? Yeah.
Very deep.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start from.
Breathe heavily.
You know, when you brought this topic up earlier today, I had to think about it deeply, and I'm like, has anybody really cheated on me? Do they have the nerve?
And you were going to fast for the girl who never got cheated on.
Exactly.
Until-
I was feeling myself that I know nobody can cheat on me until
Who born the person? How you form?
Exactly. Until I remember that they have shown me Chegel. The Chegel have plenty. And even recently.
2024 Shege Pro Max.
Woo! I don't know how I forgot or how my mind was trying to skip
That's
that, but I
right.
feel like I have healed and I have moved on, and I really dumped that in my past. So I felt like that was just giving me that energy that it didn't happen. But when I remembered, I'm like, no, come on, somebody actually no, and it was really painful. Trust me, it was heartbreaking. But I moved on quickly.
Knowing me, I'd ask you what a person Pekin do. What a person's son do you? But hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. Because if this was a 2024 Shege Pro Max, and Moyin literally forgot that she was served. And she was so served, you need to hear the gist. I won't tell it to her.
I already gave her the backstory.
No. The world deserves to hear this gist.
Yeah.
But let's bring in a pam, right? How did you find out that your partner was cheating, or ex-partner? Because I expect that essentially if your partner was cheating, by now the person is possibly your ex, except you're married, which is a different kind of
some
conversation.
situations the person might be cheating and still even cheating, and because of love, love is blind, you can still be in the relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's not jump into
Or
conclusion.
even relationships.
Yes,
too.
now. Have you not seen people like that? We die here together.
Inside relationship.
No.
Okay, now.
Well, big shout out to my exes. They were good.
Aww.
They were good. I mean, if there's anyone that didn't do too well, I think it was me. So, yeah.
Finally,
Moya, I think
first
we have
time
a guy.
somebody is actually admitting.
And now a guy too, anyways.
Yeah.
But I think we have found the guy that you and I can take out our pain.
Oh Lord, you just tied yourself.
Yeah. Yeah,
Around the
apampa.
rope.
So how do you mean you were treated so well, but in a few instances you didn't reciprocate that energy?
I mean, the few relationships that I've been in, I would say that the emotions from,
If you say few, how many, please? I'm just curious to know.
there are not too many. They are
One,
not
two,
up to
three.
5.
Okay,
They
let's
are not
move
up to
on.
5. So
Yeah.
the emotions from my partners then were very genuine, and the circumstances, the way and manner we met, made it so very easy for them to be committed. And on 2 occasions, I would say that the first one that happened, I was very naive. I was very young, so I felt that, I mean, I don't think I was ready for it at that point, but I fell to peer pressure because my friends were like, this lady loves you. Why are you doing like this? And they gave me an ultimatum. I said,
Your friends gave you
yeah, I mean,
ultimatum to date?
yes, to date.
Wow.
That's why I said I was very naive then. So
Okay, maybe not so new. Yeah.
so they gave me an ultimatum. It's either, you date this girl,
But
or
the girl was into you.
yeah, of course. So it's either you date this girl,
And you also
or
had to man up to show that I can.
initially I wasn't interested. I just felt like, nah, I don't think I was ready for it. But then I said, this girl loves you now. It's not bad in trying and see how it goes. So they
And
gave
the
me,
girl could just be somebody like me who just for the fun of it just wanted
We'll
to.
get back to you.
Yeah.
You think you can come for me? We'll get back to you.
so
Don't worry.
I mean, and we started, and from the get go it was a disaster. So
Oh.
I knew that. I mean, I don't want to talk about it.
I
So
guess
that,
possibly because you also didn't really want it.
yeah.
So maybe the lifespan or maybe the end of that relationship was already set for it because of the very genesis of the relationship.
I mean, it was so messy.
but was
that-
there anyone
Yes, it was so messy that I got entangled with another person.
while you were still with her?
Yes, in the same school, and they became friends.
No, let me get this
No,
straight.
that's
yeah?
interesting. Now go on.
You were dating this person in
Yes.
question, and you knew that you did not want to be with this
Yes.
person, but you still continued to be with her.
Yes,
You didn't
Why?
tell her you were not interested,
I didn't want to break her, so
so then you
He
got
said it was
entangled.
young. He said it was young. So
You
I'm
were.
giving him the benefit
I'm
of-
trying to get something. You
Yes.
were young to be in a relationship. You were not ready, mentally ready,
Yeah.
but you were ready to be in an entanglement with another person.
Ah, Moi.
that entanglement
Moi,
too.
if you put it like that, you're hanging a gentleman.
No, you need to understand. That's how cheating used to. She said it's our
Yeah, so let's use that. You thought it was too soon to start using it as
So
I
that
really need to
entanglement
understand.
too was also from a position of, I mean, a vulnerable lady too.
The other lady too was vulnerable.
Vulnerable, and
What's going on?
and one thing led to another. We started dating. She didn't know I was dating someone else then.
Was it a Denzel Washington kind of move? Like,
No.
found the guy whom no girl could resist, and
No, it's no. I don't think I was the author, so I wouldn't say so. But something led to something. We started dating, and along the way they found themselves. Not that they met themselves with me. They found themselves and they became friends. So at that point, the escape route for me was that I was in my final year, so they were still in school. So when I finished like this, I
you
just
were that final year
Just
brother.
dump bottom.
I
You
just
were that final year brethren
So I just
that they've
ran.
always spoken about.
So I just ran. I was like, nah, this is not for me.
Okay, thank you so much for bringing us into your world in that manner. But I'm looking at it. So now that you're grown, we forgive your sins of the past. I don't know if you want to forgive, but I want to forgive.
No, you didn't ask me
But I
directly,
need-
but I might take out my anger on him very
Ah,
soon.
please. I beg.
Now, Papa, and this is because, so now that you're a lot mature, a lot older, how do your relationships end?
Well, I think the most messy one was a relationship I was not supposed to be in.
Do you have a thing for relationships you're not supposed to be in?
I just found myself in that situation really, because I mean she was dating my friend, so they
Wow.
fought, they had an issue, and I mean I was the middleman, so to speak. She was friend to me, and I'm also close to the guy, so at that moment, I was trying to patch the whole situation up, and I mean, so she rebounded on me. And
tell me, she was the only one who enjoyed the relationship, though you call it a rebound. Did you also not feel a thing for her?
No.
No, let's get this straight. I will always want to get it straight because let me.
Oh, you were in it as well with her.
No.
Okay.
You were trying to console her. Or
I was trying to
relationship.
let them get together.
And she was relying on you as a safe space.
Yeah.
But you let her.
And yes, you let her.
Well,
so would you now say you had a relationship or she had a relationship with you?
Well, we agreed that we were dating, so I would say it was
if you
official.
agreed you were dating when you
But
dating.
I mean, the commitment was not there from my side.
Why would you
That
commit to a
aside-
lady and you tell her that you are dating
aside,
her?
whether or not the commitment was there was a relationship.
Yeah, there was.
Okay, so we know that love can get complicated. And this is where we all talk about everything today. Right now, Apapam feels like we have sabotaged him and is on a very hot set, and that's fine. But we would also very much like to hear from you. How did your relationship
How did you
end?
find out
How
your
did you
partner?
find out that your partner, and I'm going to put ex-partner, was cheating on you? Okay, you can do well and reach us. And number to call is 091-3373-4592. Do well, give us a ring, and let's hear from you. So I've had quite a story, quite a history.
Okay.
But I'm not sure I want to speak yet. So, Moi, you started a story.
Tell us.
I will.
Me? Okay, Melanie.
I will.
Both of you. I mean, I want to.
But-
listen to
but-
my
but-
own story
again,
now.
with rapt attention. But you know, Moi's story is so interesting that right now I'm tempted to call our agent Moi.
Why are you doing this to me, Melanie? Why? Now, why person know the see? I don't like this thing. But anyways, I'm not shy to talk about
I'm
it
sorry.
because I beg. Because this is part of life, yeah. And like I said, I was trying to like think about has anybody ever cheated on me? Like I'm the bad girl. No, I'm not that bad.
Yeah,
but
own
I'm
it.
this kind of person that you
Own
don't
it.
get to cheat on me because I know the kind of partners I have. Like you have to be sensible and committed to me as much as I'm committed to you. Then I met this person. I felt like I met the
one.
guy of my dreams,
The
and
one.
oh yeah, he's everything, and I'm ready to commit to this guy. It took me a while to like say, oh yeah, I want to do this with you because I needed to pay attention. And this guy was so smooth with everything that he did. You know this serpent-like men.
Can we sing? Can we sing? Like, smooth operator.
It was so smooth. Like I felt like oh, he was this saint and everything. And yeah, we started dating. And ever since I've been in a relationship, I keep it very discreet from people. But this one, I was open about it. Like I
Family
wanted my
members,
family
friends.
to know. I really wanted people to know that yeah, this person was the
dear.
person. And of course, we dated. Shockingly, I found out it was cheating just 1 month, 4 days into the relationship. That's how
1
fast
month?
I detected. Yes. That was how fast I detected. So yeah, we started dating. It was like the 1 month was like 6 months to me. Because when I started,
This
like,
was me actually
when
thinking
did we
you have
even
been together for years.
Nah,
Because you were so into him.
exactly. When we broke up, I started thinking, please, when do we start dating? And I remember that I just said yesterday on 31st of December, like we're entering January, and this is not February. So
And that was the prayer answered.
do you get like 2024 is my year of relationship, or I will leave single
God
people
has done
behind?
it, yo.
So I said, okay, no problem. Then we started dating. It was really nice. It was a great guy. He told me that his partner was dead. His ex-girlfriend was dead. So to me now, you know this pity party of you just lost a girlfriend, though.
I beg.
Support system now. Like you want to support the guy and all of that. And yes, I supported him. I was dead, and we fell in love with each other. I fell in love with him. I would say we fell in love with each other. Then we started dating, and when it was February, I started noticing that our relationship was part-time. We only talk Monday to Friday nights. No, Sunday evening to Friday night, and from Friday night to Sunday afternoon, we're not gonna talk again. And I was like, what's wrong with this guy? What happened? What's with the break? Then I went to his place one day, and I was looking for my phone. I said, oh, please, can you call my phone? And I just saw that he was trying to like hide the phone, and
The face of the film. that would
what
be.
is wrong with this one? My eyes is very sharp. I just noticed that that thing I'm saying is not babe. It's not
not
mowing.
money.
It's not more talks. It's not more anything. It's more something, but it's not my full name. He just went to the bathroom, and I called his phone, I just saw Mo Agent.
Kiss.
I said, what? No, what?
Oh my
when
God.
he came out, I'm like,
Oh my
Agent
God.
Mo.
Oh my God. Agent Mo. God, I beg.
when he came out, I was like, why is my name saved as Mo Agent? And he's like, no, that's my office line. I don't want your call to ring the office. And they're asking me, who am I speaking with?
When
And
it
I'm
become
like,
a crime to speak with your loved one in the
the
office.
And we talk for hours in the office. I'm like, so, what are you trying to keep me away from in the office? And I found out that I called someone that knows him and all of that. And the person told me to ask him very well that there is someone else. There is actually someone he was dating. And apparently the girl that he said was dead is alive. She's moving, walking, breathing, eating, and she's still his
You
girlfriend.
didn't tell me this part. Right?
She's still breathing. She's still his girlfriend. And I am here.
Does it get ready? Am I ready?
Ah!
Something is happening in this world.
Then when I just called him, I'm like, you know what? Just tell me everything. Just be open. Are you in a relationship? Is she a banker? I just asked everything. He was like, I'm sorry, but yes. I'm like, okay. I ended the call. I cried. I called back, and I'm like, so it's true. So why did you waste my time? And funny enough, it was Valentine was coming.
Oh.
I booked the
Hear this?
reservation
Listen.
for our dates, thinking we were going on a date.
Yeah.
I did everything. I paid for it.
Love a girl.
All for us to break up 3 days before Valentine. I already bought the gift. I already did everything. I've called people to. You understand this kind of rubbish? Valentine was.
Love is sweet.
Call it rubbish now. Only for me to find out that this guy is actually having another girlfriend, and I'm like, oh God. So actually, that night I called him and I just talked about it, and I said, you know what? I guess this is our goodbyes, and I just ended it, blocked him from everywhere, and I moved on. So I dumped him so far that I could not even remember that someone broke my heart. Like I just dished that. Like
And I guess possibly the realization that God saved you from a lot.
yes, exactly. Because I prayed about it that night and I slept and I woke up the following morning. Like ever since I've been in a relationship and I leave a relationship, that was the first time I would find peace immediately I was done with a relationship. I found peace. I forgot about him totally.
Or do you think because it was very short, you were not that deep into it?
I said the 1 month felt like 6 months.
She was heavily invested.
I was invested in this relationship. I was so sure. Like I was so deep into it. If not because God, I'm sure that the Holy Spirit really helped me to come out of it and really woke me up that don't take this shit. I would have said, he should be just cheating now. It was still, the way I was so into him, I would have allowed him play on my intelligence. I would still continue the relationship. But I just felt like, no, God was saving me from something. And I just moved on. And God helped me to move on.
Congratulations.
So,
congratulations.
thank you.
You dodged the bullet.
I really dodged the bullet.
I didn't. In my case, I didn't. It was catastrophic. It was continental. It was intercontinental ballistic missile.
Oh, this
I got fired, and we have comments, and so we're just going to get very quickly into some comments before you get into the Melanie story. Okay, now because we all love love, but sometimes love doesn't treat us well, and it's nobody's fault. It's just life. And I like to say it's just the way life is, and there's nothing you can do about it sometimes. Now let's get into the world of some comments that we have here. So Gabriel Chafa, I'm not sure if I murdered your name or not. Apologies, Gabriel. Ignoring calls and chats even when it's obvious. Hours. I know she's up and disposed at that particular moment, and she still doesn't reply. Also, she seldom check up on me and literally starts keeping distance. I love Gabriel. He had to put a cool emoji to say we're going past that
soft
now.
guy.
Yeah, I know. And so here we have Beatrice playing hide and seek with a phone. Oh, na guys even come they follow answer us.
Hey.
Oh, I wish last born would call through voice recording. What did you find out?
You said what?
Through voice recording.
I didn't get that.
He or she found out through voice recording. What did he or she find out through voice recording?
No, it's either the person told the other party that
or you listen to the voice recording of your partner to somebody else.
I guess that the former then.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But any which ways, the fact remains that breakup is a very bad thing. Sorry, cheating is a very bad thing.
Yeah, cheating.
Infidelity, I don't know why you would commit to someone or you would tell someone you love them only for you to like have the option of saying no.
I didn't want to break this.
No!
these people.
It's better for you to break their heart.
Did you later break their
You
heart?
later did. So you should have saved them that heartbreak earlier enough and just tell them, okay, this is it. I don't want to be committed to a relationship right now.
ladies, take no very well?
That's a good
Because
question.
you don't-
That's a good question. Because you don't know how to say no. But maybe I can talk about and share my experience a bit. I possibly shared this before, but because ours are not the only experiences and stories we want to have, we're asking that you call, please. Call very quickly. Let's field your story. How did you find out that your partner or your ex was leaving, was cheating, was no longer yours? Okay? And the number to call is 091-3373-4592. Now let's get straight into this. I was in love. Who sang the song? I'm in love.
Who sang that song?
I was in love. And the relationship became a long distance relationship. Yeah. Yeah.
Recipe.
Even
Yeah,
close distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, they see shege. Yeah, they do long distance.
You move. For the very before.
Oh Jesus, you have to remind me again.
Now, so this relationship had been on 2 years, but just as Moyi put it the other time, it was possibly payback for when I'd first entered my first relationship because I wanted to know what it was like to kiss.
Interesting.
Can you imagine? Just because you want to. Oh, you tell them the remaining parts
Then I broke up.
after the kiss.
You broke the heart.
See, first relationship, now she they break hearts.
Aye.
So, let's say...
So-
But that's not cheating actually. That's not cheating.
I guess I was upfront with the fact that I knew, no, this was not going to be the guy. And I was so curious. After secondary school, I guess just going on 17, to know what was this kiss all about. So much ado about kisses. My friends talked about it, gisted about it, everybody, every other time, kiss, kiss, kiss. What's going on? What's with the kiss? But then I felt like my lips were going to be beaten off, and I felt, no, I do not want to continue this kiss. And then I said, no.
What was the experience like?
Oh, goodness. Nah, this was not the show to talk about it. Now, moving on, I grew up, and this was one relationship I thought was a thing. And this came off the back of several relationships where I break up in 1 month, in 2 months, in 3 months.
Why?
Not in a nasty way, but in a very respectable way to say, well, I do not think we could work. And for me, it was from the fear of, if I see signs, you know, I see signs of, oh, I think it frolics so much with women. And if I'm quite uncomfortable with it, there are some I could be comfortable with, the kind of women you frolic with, and I see through, you know, those frolickings. But the ones I cannot see through. And I'm like, please, I'm just going to guard myself, protect myself. It was half of my story through uni. And one day, I recall my friends held a meeting on my head and felt, that was Yoruba English, pardon it, but of course, there was a meeting on my head. And I felt there's something wrong with you. You cannot drop relationships in 1 month, 2 weeks, 3 months. What's up? Give love a chance. And I'll give love that chance. And it was love. You know the kind of love that you literally have butterflies, Moi.
Butterflies in my
Yeah.
belly.
When calls are made, there are songs in the calls.
Oh.
I recall my friends would be in the background, literally listening to the calls to be like, what's the song today? What's the song today? So they could sing the songs for me in the course of the week. A few of my friends would ask, does he not have other friends that are single?
Hi.
Oh,
But so was the heartbreak.
sweet guy.
So was the heartbreak.
So was the when it was served.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It was served on a platter. Because it had to be a royal.
It was a buffet.
It was a buffet.
Yes, give it to you.
I mean, picture this. Let me sound like Marvelous Agumbiade now. And then you get called on a certain evening, having been in a distant relationship for a while. Your boyfriend who's been away comes into the country unawares, and calls you at the park and says, yo, same voice, I'm here now. Yo, same voice. I'm thinking, I sounded like R. Kelly. And then you also run to the garage. Is this true? Oh, yo, it's true. And then, oh, where have you been? When did you come? And then something tells you there is fire on the mountain. But then you also say to yourself, after all, he's here now. And then you soon find out that he's actually practically not here for you. He's here for the breakup. Now, the breakup is not served genuinely as it should be. So now you're here physically. Can we have the conversation? Can you have the boldness to look me in the eye? I feel that would have been very honorable, right? And say, let's just call it quits. You know, it's not been the best of it this past few months. And we can agree to go our separate ways. Yeah. And so my birthday was coming. And I went back and said, oh, I'm just going to be back for your birthday. Yay, I told my friends, we're planning a party. Do you have an idea how epic that heartbreak was? When first he didn't show up, of course my good friends came. Oh goodness. And of course they gave me money to plan the little get together. And also some money for some lovely dresses for myself. Yeah. And I recall calling through the evening into the night because I needed to understand why this person who had flashed himself a few days back and was just some distance away from me now would not make it to my birthday. And then it occurred to me that there was somebody else at the other side of the line. And eventually, middle of the night, because you know, you'd be feeling like the Odogures. You were calling and calling and calling. And somebody eventually picked the call and said,
How you disturbed my boyfriend?
Hey.
this is Super Story.
Yeah.
A life of strivers.
It's actually a very emotional episode today because I don't know why
I feel like I'm
you have to
crying. I feel
remind
like I'm
me
crying
of
behind the cameras.
You're reminding us of this kind of moment.
And guess what? Let me just say this while I keep short. I would keep late night crying dates in front of my mirror. God bless the heart of my mirror. Because my mirror saw the most.
Oh God.
Every night I'd go to the mirror and cry my eyes out. And then I'd put myself to sleep and say, you know what? Everything is going to be fine. But I need to give a big shout out to my friends who came, like literally came to bond with me and say, before you die.
I mean, heartbreak is painful.
No.
It's very
And when I had that experience, just that once in my lifetime experience, may nobody go through heartbreak.
Okay, so
because what?
I think I remember one now. I remember one. This one was not even like a real relationship. It was when I was in school, so I think I was naive. I was in my when I was doing my diploma. So this guy was way older, and I met him. I don't know. I have a knack for older guys. So yeah, I think it was trying to take on. I don't know. He saw that I was naive, and he just wanted to take opportunity of that. And me, as an naive rich, now a smart rich guy. So I started trying to like play my games around, and it was proving that it was really a thing with me. And I was like, okay, no problem. We'll go through with it. Only for me to just notice that some things were fishy. What's going on? He went home. I spoke to his mom. Like we're all cool. Then he got back to school, and he didn't tell me he was coming back. I started noticing that he was not calling me. What's going on? I just went to his apartment when he came, and I saw that yeah. When did you come? So that they're not asking, wait, do you actually love me? Guess what he says? Maybe 4%. That's
out of 100.
I said 4.
Mary.
Oh my God, that's so kind.
Not even 40. I cried from that house. I cried back to my hostel. It was close to exam period. I was crying. I'll be in class and I'll be crying like this, and I'm like, what have you done to yourself? I cried and cried. Like that was not enough. Then I met someone like a pam-pam. That when people are going through heartbreak, that's when they'll come and be rounding around you.
No,
I don't like the like a pom-pom kind of.
It's not our fault.
Because you have said something like that.
I was not looking around. You came. I wasn't looking around now. Now you come say, I beg you.
So this one actually came. It came. I think I was crying in front of his hostel. I was crying in front of his hostel. That's like it came more. I was like, who is crying in front of my? So that's where we got close and we're just talking. I was not ready to date him, but eventually I started catching feelings for him. I did not say anything. Then it was when I was like, hey, he liked me and everything. Then he went home and came back and said, hey, he's not sure that he wants us to keep talking. We're not even dating, no. He doesn't want us to keep talking. Someone I was using to console myself. Like, he's not sure we'll continue talking because he wants to go and get married. And I'm like, did they say for all of you? What is going on?
Justice for money. Oh no!
You see, Shegu.
And since then, trust me, I stayed away from relationship. I'm talking about like 3, 4, 5 years ago. And before I got into another relationship was this one.
Oh my
Just
God.
imagine how.
Served you another.
Yes,
Another one.
No, why
why
are you reading the headline? She's gonna be hurt again.
Another
Please,
one.
No,
don't
not
do
actually.
that. Don't
It
do
took me that long to get to this one,
And
and this
now-
happened. So I think why I quickly moved on was because I was used to being single and doing my stuff. So I'm like, you did it, get out, and I moved on.
I've also had my own fair share of heartbreak, but it wasn't cheating.
Okay.
It wasn't cheating, and it was. That's why at that point I just made a commitment. I was not going to date anybody below 23 or 25. It was a long distance relationship. She was in the US and I was 7 then. So we met in a poetry group. So and we got talking. I mean, it was very lovely.
Poeta Pampa.
No, I wasn't a poet.
Okay,
I just found myself in that group.
I just thought yeah.
So, and before she even agreed to date, it was war. I mean,
You really
I
like
felt that, yeah. I felt that,
I feel like heartbreaks can only happen when you really like
yeah.
the person.
And I felt that, I mean, at that moment, I should have just backed out because I felt she dated me out of pity at that moment. And, I mean, the initial few weeks were very good.
Oh my goodness. You want to share?
Yeah, I would spend hours late at night because of the time zone. We'd talk into the morning.
And she made you feel like you were a thing.
I mean, then all of a sudden, the communication starts getting drab, no feelings, nothing attached. And one evening, she just said, check your mail.
Oh my goodness. You got a mail?
It was even official.
You got a mail?
Yes.
Very official.
You got a mail?
Very, very official.
Check your mail. And I was like, what's with the mail? And I checked. I was like, whoa.
Do you remember some weddings from the mail?
I can't even remember. I was like, whoa.
I am curious. Can you still find the mail?
Nah.
People look
I was like, whoa. Are you serious?
Breakup of the year.
She has several things going through. She's going through now. She's not sure. I said, yeah, okay.
This is epic.
I was
I never
okay.
got a mail before.
I mean, that moment, I knew, because I've broken people's hearts, so I knew what it is where you are heartbroken.
Moyi possibly feels like serves you right.
I mean, probably. I would just, I can remember I would just, guy, how do you cope when they break your heart? In fact,
Sorry for
I was searching how to move on from heartbreak. Like,
You were Googling.
it was
Oh
that
my
bad.
God.
How sweet it is for
I would go on. I'll go on Twitter. I'll
go.
go on Twitter. I'll search for the word heartbreak to go and read people's stories, so that I will use that to console myself.
Oh God.
Papa, I do not envy you in any way. I never got to this point.
Was that
But I
very
got to a
bad?
point where I'd cry, I'd not eat. My friends had to start reminding me and asking if I wanted to, because it was my final year, 500 level. I recall my friends saying, do you want to be here alone studying next year? So some of our toughest courses, they mentioned them. Do you remember econometrics? You'll be the one studying with. Now you have a study group. Pass now.
Let's
now.
move.
Let us all go now. This guy has gone. No. It was tough. Now, I imagine if it was instances of marriage.
Let me tell you a friend of
Yeah,
mine.
because it happens in marriages.
True.
Where a lot of water practically already passed under the bridge. You have children together, and then you find out this very creepy, shady cheats, and your heart wrenched. How do you move on?
Well, I feel like you would have seen traces of it before you got married. It's never that blank.
You know, while we all agree to say, well, there would have been traces, there are genuine cases of no trace.
It's difficult. It's rare.
Rare.
Melanie is very rare.
But they exist.
It's very rare because if ever your partner is going to cheat, you will have seen it. Now, take my friend for example. She's not the one married to the guy, but she was dating the guy. And she was dating the guy up till the guy's wedding night. Like, they were still talking. She almost ran mad. You still spoke to your boyfriend on his wedding day. You still spoke to him on his wedding night. Only for you to wake up on Sunday morning to see posts of his wedding pictures on Facebook. Imagine the woman he got married to. Would she tell me that she never saw traces of a man being shady? If your spouse is going to cheat in marriage, definitely there will be traces.
I want to beg to differ slightly. While this holds through as a rule, but I think I've seen instances also where these are genuinely good guys and things literally, or good girls. It swings both ways. And things can get, it was my 9th wedding anniversary last week. This week, yes.
Congrats.
Thank you. And of course, my birthday on Monday.
Yeah.
And I just have to bring that back to say I was having a conversation with a couple of friends, and they're a couple, and they were praying, oh, new wine in your marriage, this and that. I'm like, so as they prayed, I kept saying amen with so much fervor. And I said, because what I've found is, as marriage grows older, you need to try harder. Now, things can get pretty complicated fast.
Very fast, yeah.
That a really good guy, a really good girl could turn anyhow. And then you say there's been signs. There possibly might not have been. As my pastor would put it, marriage itself is complicated. He says, see, if you have things, baggages, deal with them now before you get married. The ones that you already know. He said, because the nature of marriage itself, don't go and add to it.
Yeah.
So because of those things that I think I see now, I may essentially say, I think there are exceptions. I think there are. But the rule holds, and I believe in the rule, that to a great degree you'll have seen it.
You'll have seen it.
There'll be the signs.
Yeah.
But there would be cases where there would be no signs as well. Things happen, Moi.
Well, I still believe that you will see signs.
If
you did not see signs, there is nothing much you can do about it when you're married.
Trust me, there is a lot more you can do about it. See,
for a cheating partner,
yeah,
going into the marriage,
or being married to a cheating partner, maybe you just found out in the marriage that your partner.
I mean, you guys will have dated, right?
Possibly it didn't happen in marriage. In dating.
Why dating?
Mostly it would.
Of course it would.
Mostly it would.
I mean, I believe that the signs are there. I mean, the devil is in the details, right? And they say when you're in love, you are blindsided, so to speak, and you might. These are little details, and you don't want to pick pieces on it. Like, okay, you pick up his phone and he's agitated. I mean. What's it about?
Thank you.
Just like the person that said my name as more agents, I should not overlook it and say it's just a name. If I didn't see that, I wouldn't have been moved to probe the matter more and want to know more about it.
I'm so sorry, Agent Mo, I'm still coming to you to give us your wrap of thoughts. What really helped you heal? 1-2 points as we make a wrap.
Okay.
What helped you heal a pump after Agent
So I would say God actually helped me heal. It was God that just made me realize that I dodged the bullets. And I just moved on very fast. And maybe because I felt I was not in a relationship for a long time, I was already used to being the single girl and doing my stuff. So we'll switch it up, baby. We'll go back there.
Yeah, baby.
And that's it.
Mine, it was time. I mean, with time, it faded away. It was very difficult because, I think that was the first time I was genuinely in love with someone. So, and that happened. So with time, I just forgot about everything.
My laughter was just to say, come on, baby. Come
Yeah,
on.
I took that in good faith.
All right, everyone who's joined us today, what shall we then say to these things? Let's keep loving. It's inevitable to get heartbroken sometimes, but as much as it's possible, try and heartbreak-proof your heart. Please be very interested in the details. when you are involved with people, or do I say partners in relationships that you keep. Thank you so much for joining us on the line today.
Pleasure.
And we look forward to hosting you next week again. My name is Melanie Ishola, and here has been
Moyeluwa today.
and
Alani Yapampa, thank you.
join us again and keep loving. Do not stop loving.
I'm not going to propose to a guy ever.
And tomorrow,
Why do you leave Henry?
Are you in
I want to get
Nigeria?
How will you not feel
Just like
attached
it
after
was-
sex?
yeah.
Like, no.
About every parent becomes the police
Okay.
in the lives of their kids.
Proposing is not like me. I will just come direct like you guys do and open one ring and
Okay,
no,
okay.
no.
So-
guy, never reach me will marry me.
That's like you popping question.
There was a communication, something happened. So there's something like accidental
I'm
pregnancy.
working more than 12 hours because I'm going to wake earlier than him to take care of the children.
Do you know you are naturally, supernaturally built that way?
yeah,
Do you know? Do you know?
Imagine what
God has divinely made you like that.
Imagine.